Hello and welcome to Teacher Rekha's Cambridge Exam Prep online class. Hope you all are doing good. In today's class, we are going to deal with listening. So without any further ado, let's just get started with today's class. In the PET, which is Cambridge B1 preparation, listening exam, there are 4 parts. Each part is a little bit different from each other. You have to listen to different kinds of recordings. It could be a one person talking, it could be conversation between two people, or it could be interviews, etc. And complete a variety of tasks based on those audios. They play every recording twice for you. So don't get panic. If you missed your chance, you will get another chance. So they are going to play all the recordings twice for you. In today's class, we will only talk about part 1 and part 2. As I already told you, there are 4 different parts in listening, but in today's class, it's just going to be part 1 and part 2. We will deal with part 3 and part 4 in another class. So in this part, which is part 1, you will be given 7 short listening texts, and for each one, you will have a question with 3 pictures and with 3 options, A, B or C. You have to listen to each recording and choose the right answer from the 3 choices that are going to be given to you. Because the answers will always be visual, which means pictures are going to be there for your help. This might make it sound easy. However, you will have to pay attention to the details in each small picture. Because although the pictures are going to be there for your help, but the audio is going to be tricky. So as you can see on the screen, here is an example of such kind of question. There are 3 pictures given, A, B and C, and the question is, what has the girl bought today? After next slide, we will see the text for this audio clip. Okay, and we will see what could be the right answer. But before that, let's see what are some of the techniques that we can employ in part 1. When deciding the answer for part 1 in listening, there are certain things you will need to remember or to do. Always read the question carefully and look at the pictures before you listen to the audio. Know that the answers can be at the start, middle, or end of each recording. So, pay attention to the full audio. Just do not think that the answer is going to be at the start or probably it could be at the end. They might try to trick you by putting what could be the answer at the start when the key information is at the end. So you have to pay attention throughout the audio. You might need to listen for a lot of information or sometimes only one small detail. If a picture is quite detailed, then you will have to pay extra attention to the details, which means that you have to be attentive throughout the activity. Pay attention and do not lose your focus. Now let's move to the text for the question that I showed you in the earlier slide. What has the girl bought today? Man. So here you can see a conversation between a man and a girl. Man. Oh, you have been to the duty-free shop. What did you get? Perfume? Girl. You must be joking. It costs much less at the supermarket at home. There was some nice jewelry, but what was really good value was this t-shirt. Look, man. Oh, £4, or what you say, like £4 50 cents. Well, that's cheaper than the box of chocolates you bought last year anyway. As you can see from the text, that they mentions all 3, jewelry, a t-shirt and the chocolates. However, the answer is clearly the t-shirt because the girl said like this was really a great value and she bought this t-shirt. They will nearly always mention something about all the pictures or about all the options. So you will have to pay special attention to what's being said. Now we moved on to the part 2. Don't worry, you will get enough time to practice. We will do a practice test after this video And then the more you will practice, the more better you can understand. So has the part 2 has 6 multiple choice questions, but you will hear one long monologue, which is like one person talking, or interview here instead of individual short ones. In the earlier sections, for the 7 questions, there are going to be 7 small audio clips, but in this part, it's going to be only one long audio clip. You have to listen to the recording and choose the right answer, again from A, B, or C for each question. You will need to listen to identify specific information and detailed meaning. Here is a typical question you may be asked. At the February competition, Darren ran in a new event, hurt himself, or came last. Again, just like the last time, we will see the text later, but before that, let's see what are some of the techniques that we should imply in this part. The questions will often use different words from the recording. So think about synonyms and paraphrasing. Synonyms are the words that has same meaning. Okay, pay attention. Same meaning versus similar meaning is two different things. There are some words which has exactly the same meaning. So that are called synonyms. Similar meanings are a little bit different from the same meanings. And paraphrasing is actually writing the text or rewriting the text in your own words. If you don't hear the answer to one question, don't worry about it. Keep focused or you could miss the answer to the next. Remember, you always get two chances to listen to the recording. So do not lose your focus, do not lose your attention. Always be attentive and focused. Before the recording starts, you get some time to read through the instructions and questions. You should use this to help you focus on and understand what you're likely to hear. So, utilize the time that is going to be given to you. Do not waste any time. Read the questions carefully, read the instructions carefully, and try to understand them and try to make a guess like what you are likely to going to hear next. So here is a text to the question earlier, the options that we saw earlier. So woman and man, as you can see, it's a conversation between woman and man. Our next guest is the runner Darren Hubbard. Darren, the year started badly for you. Man, it did. In the February competition, I was running in my normal events, the 200, 400 and 800 meter races. I had done quite badly in the first race, though I wasn't last. But the problems really began with the 800 meters. During the race, I was injured and it took me quite a while to recover. So here you can see that it was not a new race as he was running his normal events. He also mentions that he wasn't last. He says that he got injured, which is the paraphrase of the answer, hurt himself, that we saw in the earlier slide. As you all can see, the recording uses language that appears in all three answers. However, you have to pay attention and listen for the correct one. The answer will nearly always be paraphrased, so make sure you are prepared for that. Just do not try to find the exact words. Okay, it could be different words but with the same meaning. So for that, you have to work on your vocabulary as well.